What's up, everybody? Thralls Metal here once again. I'm Necrotic Nick.
I'm Jammin John.
And we have an album review for you. Put an asterisk on this review because it's going to be a little bit different. We are going to go over the latest offering from Hour of Penance, Devotion. This came out on the 5th of April on Agonia Records. This band formed in 1999 in Italy. This is their 9th full length. I've been a fan of this band since their album Sedition that came out in 2012. And this is flat out Italian brutal death metal that hasn't featured an original member since 2010, which is an interesting stat. But this review is going to be a little bit different, and that is namely due to an interview that their frontman Paolo Pieris actually did recently, about a month ago, and it deals with AI art. And yeah, you're probably looking at the AI art right now. And while there has been a fair amount of bands that have been using it lately, I mean, Deicide's new album art definitely comes into question. It's not great.
No.
And there was a recent kerfuffle with Pestilence and defending their attempt at an AI art cover for like a re-recording of their greatest hits, essentially, which did not go over well with the fans. And I'll get into that a little bit later because I wanted to focus on this band primarily. This is the band that I wanted to actually talk about the subject more in terms of AI art and metal. Just because of the frontman's interview, because he had a very spicy take in terms of what he said. And I'm just going to read his quote word for word here. Just as we have accepted that the Earth is not the center of the universe, we must accept that we are not needed as humans. We have to accept that maybe one day an AI will do a better job of writing music or poetry or creating art without feeling emotions. That is an L take.
What kind of response is that? Like, are you saying that, we are going to be replaced by AI and there's no point in fighting it and they're going to be better than us? What the fuck is the point of humanity? Like, I feel like that's kind of what he's saying.
The more honest take would have been, hey, AI art was cheap and we just went this route. And honestly, while I still wouldn't respect that take at all, I would have been like, yeah, no, that's at least honest. This sounds like just trying to defend a tone-deaf choice because, again, if you are willing to, defend this notion that, well, AI art it should be just fine, and even bringing up that AI can create music, which it can right now, then why are you making music?
Right. What was the point of writing the album if AI could have done it? Like, wouldn't you rather just, at this point, from what he's saying, sit back and collect a check? Like, hey, we did this, right? They're never going to know it was a gang of robots.
Yeah. Or even just advertise that it was a gang of robots and just say, we stand by our words. We just replaced ourselves. Wait a minute. That wasn't smart. So yeah, the take was very stupid, and I got into like a long argument with someone in the comments for Metal Injection over the whole idea.
I remember that.
Yeah, dude just kept calling me a nerd overall, like that was an insult. It's like, oh my god, you called me smart. How dare you?
Right? Didn't that guy eventually either block you or delete all of his posts?
He just fucking backed down like the chud I knew he was. But we decided, well, I mean, if we're not needed as humans,
right?
Why not just let ChatGPT do reviews for us?
Yeah.
That way we wouldn't even have to listen to the album and AI could just show us what it's got.
Yeah. And we thought that was a great idea, so we just went ahead and did that. Because that's what you mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you say that eventually AI would just do a better job of it, so we're going to find out how good of a job AI did.
Yeah, we voluntarily replaced ourselves.
So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And let me just tell you that this particular ChatGPT, this robot or AI or whatever wrote this, really, really loves this band. And when I say really loves this band, I'm relatively certain that it wants to be more than friends with the band, wants to get an apartment with them.
Love, the kind you clean up with a mop and bucket.
Yes, an apartment that has many leather-bound books and smells of rich mahogany.
And lube.
Prepare to have your mind blown and your senses electrified by Hour of Penance's monumental masterpiece, Devotion. This album is a sonic supernova, exploding with unparalleled ferocity and unbridled passion. From the moment you hit play, you're catapulted into a whirlwind of blistering guitar solos, thunderous drumming, and guttural vocals that send shivers down your spine. Each track is a relentless assault on the senses, leaving you breathless and craving more. But it's not just about raw power. The musicianship displayed on Devotion is nothing short of virtuosic, showcasing the band's unmatched technical prowess and unwavering dedication to their craft. With its epic melodies, bone-crushing breakdowns, and mind-bending complexity, Devotion isn't just an album, it's a transcendent experience that will leave you forever changed. Simply put, Hour of Penance has raised the bar for extreme metal with this magnum opus, solidifying their place as one of the greatest bands of our time.
Man, long stroking that one.
It's really suckling the teat, so to speak.
Now, in contrast, apparently my ChatGPT just doesn't like anything about you. Like, you murdered its AI dog or something. I don't know what happened, but, well, I'm just going to have to get into this. Hour of Penance's Devotion is a disgrace to the metal genre. This abomination of an album is nothing more than a cacophony of noise masquerading as music. From the ear-splitting guitar riffs to the atrocious vocals that sound like a dying cat, every second of Devotion is pure torture for anyone unlucky enough to listen to it. The lack of creativity and originality is astounding as each track blends into the next in a mind-numbing blur of mediocrity. It's as if the band put zero effort into crafting anything remotely resembling decent music. Save yourself the agony and avoid Devotion at all costs. It is a stain on the legacy of metal and a disgrace to anyone who dares to call themselves a musician. End scene. My God, what did you guys do? You did something. Man, those are hurtful words. Chat, what's going on? You okay?
To be honest with you, in terms of a score, I can't think of anything I would rather do than give this one whole Cyberdyne facility.
I mean,
that's pretty top-notch right there.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of terminating the competition there a little bit.
It is definitely an original rating.
100% original. Totally came up with that on the spot. I initially kind of wanted to, raise your James Cameron-esque review there and give it 2 bishops from Aliens. But this was such a negative review, I'm just going to have to rate it the movie AI, which no one seemed to like, even though Spielberg was at the helm.
Ouch.
I know. That is vicious. It's a good thing it's not my actual words, though, right? Because AI did this for us. Such an amazing technology, don't you think?
Yes, I can't think of a time where I was more enthralled by words spoken by technology. I'm so thankful that we have technology to speak these words for us because, man, what a chore it would have been to, listen to the album and give our own personal thoughts.
Yeah. God, that would involve feeling and
emotion.
Digging into it a little bit.
Yeah.
But we have AI. So this kind of curtails into the whole discussion about AI art and, this gentleman's take on it. Artificial intelligence, the actual concept, not the movie, is not that bad in terms of applying this to everyday life, technology and such. But art is something where it's not about technology. It's not about convenience. It's about creativity. It's about passion. And AI art isn't even really art. It's a composite. It's essentially sourcing images on the internet and building a giant amalgamation and saying, there you go. I put this together in a few seconds. Toy with it if you want, but here it is. No real person was involved with it. And yeah, that's kind of just, terrible. It's cheating.
One of my biggest complaints, and still is to this day, about modern pop. One of the reasons I got into metal in the first place, it was real musicians playing grossly complex music and making it catchy and listenable and wonderful. That was something I've always loved and still to this day love about metal. It's not cheating. It's original.
Yeah, and it's about the passion you put into it, the creativity. metal is not a business to get into to make money. That's just a terrible idea.
It's really not.
You do it because you love it. And that's pretty much what every metal band out there knows, maybe minus Metallica. I mean, at one point they did know, though. But the whole thing there is this sort of like underground community, like everyone kind of helping out, building up one another and such. Like, we are a nation of musical outcasts. And that's also the same with the artists, too, that design the album covers, the shirt designs and all that. If you're just getting a program to just kind of mindlessly generate images and just tag a logo to, that feels like just such a slight on artists supporting other artists.
Yeah, you're selling your profession down the river, and it's already a genre that's starving. I don't know at least anybody in the underground that's super well off.
And again, going back to Paolo's statement, if he is, 100% behind this, I mean, he definitely should be behind the whole statement that the Earth is definitely not the center of the universe. We figured that out a while ago.
Yeah.
But if he's 100% behind everything he says there, again, you have to make the argument about music too. It's an art form, and if it can be replicated by AI, would you be all for it? Would you be okay with being replaced? I don't want to hear AI music. I want to hear people create stuff.
Yeah.
Art is someplace that should be kind of free of that whole, we've innovated and just made it easier, and we've kind of taken away all the creative process because that was a huge inconvenience.
Well, I want a robot maid to clean my house. You've seen the Jetsons. Rosie was a hell of a maid.
We're getting there. We got a Roomba.
While I want that, I don't want to be replaced. Like, I don't want to stop doing, things that I like to do on my own accord simply out of laziness.
And the fact that you've taken the stance, at least in the art department, when it comes time to actually maybe talk to an artist to do your album cover, they might actually look at this last one's like, no, looks like this is just what you want to do. And again, if they had said it was a cheap substitute, I probably would have at least respected the honesty there. But, the fact that they doubled down on this one, that is just, again, very tone deaf, especially in, the art that they're in. And that kind of circles back to Patrick O'Malley and his just weird stance on the AI art that they were going to use for their collection of re-recorded songs, and comparing it, again, to the cover of Consuming Impulse, their most recognized album. And, I mean, it's probably my favorite by them, but actually saying, why is this better than this? And not really hearing the answers that, well, Consuming Impulse is a piece of art that was created by a human being that put time and effort into it and created something that has a human signature on it. This was just something you typed in terms of prompts and such. Yeah, it looks interesting, but it's not actually art. Basically, AI art it's a meme, essentially. And yeah, the only time we like AI art is when it is gloriously stupid and in no way intended to be artistic at all.
Right. Like Abraham Lincoln shirtless doing the dishes, or the Berenstain Bears getting arrested by the DEA, or our personal favorite, the Booger Troll.
We created that one. I think it was possibly, an Undergang review or something like that, because we had no idea what they were saying. It was all in Danish, and even our Danish fans let us know, it was dude, our language is really hard. But I made a joke about a booger troll, and well, he dug in, no, I'm gonna find a stupid image on Bing, and that's gonna be our booger troll.
Yep.
But we doubled down. We have some new booger trolls.
We did get some new booger trolls today, simply because the last time we used AI art was, I don't know, several months ago, 6 months ago maybe, I don't know, and I wanted to know how far we've come. And the new images for the booger troll are pretty solid.
Yeah, and as promised, gloriously stupid. And at no point would we call this art.
No.
It's a meme. We typed in something dumb and we got an image that was dumb. That's fine. I don't see the harm in that. But propping up an album cover like this, and I'm also going to say Deicide's album cover, because that one just looks like the laziest.
Yeah.
But, propping that up as art it's disingenuous because, bare bones, it's not really art at all. And I don't know. I just don't like seeing it because there are tons of amazing artists out there. We go over countless albums with just great artwork that was actually done by people.
Yeah.
And I just like that. It's another level of appreciation that I have for the music itself because the artwork really stands out. And if you just start doing this kind of almost copy paste, just BS artwork here, I don't know. It just kind of dilutes the mix.
Yeah, it makes it seem just kind of half-assed, and like, I don't want that. I don't want to listen to half-assed albums. I don't want to see half-assed art. I don't want to see people not trying. Again, you're human. Do something. What the fuck is the point otherwise? Like, I don't want to be just a lazy ass and sit in my house and do nothing. Like,
I mean, sometimes that's cool.
I mean, sometimes I don't mind getting in my pajama pants and my cow slippers and enjoying my day. But I mean, like, dude, come on. You're human.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. I mean, I kind of listened to this album just because it's playing in the background right now. And I mean, it's good, but I didn't want to actually put the effort in because, at least as far as the artwork, they didn't, so why should I?
I mean, I did listen to it. It's decent. I mean, it's full of crunchy, heavy guitar riffs and breakdowns and pretty much what you'd come to expect from an Hour of Penance record. I wouldn't say they're doing new and innovative things, but, it's decent. I'm not going to totally shit on the album, and I do like this band.
Same here.
Yeah, this isn't against the music whatsoever. This is more about the art and their miserable, poor response to AI in general.
Again, in terms of like everyday life and helping us out and making some tasks easier, that's fine. Art shouldn't be a task. That's never really graded as a task, I think. It's something you do because you love it. It's about a creative outlet and expression, and AI does not capture any of that. AI is best left for images that you would never ask an artist to create, like booger trolls, because they're probably just going to look at you like, what are you, fucking 10? And, well, mentally, maybe. But, yeah, that's pretty much our take on this one. And, I anticipate a fair amount of comments. It should be fun to talk about this one. And, yeah, let me know what you think about the whole AI art thing. I'm pretty much not budging on this one. I'm pretty sure of that. And honestly, if you want a really base take on it, go check out Heavy Art Talk. Our buddy Lee actually did a really good video of that. I'm going to link it down below. And he has some really solid takes on it. He's an amazing artist himself. And definitely check out his channel. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe, because we do stuff like this all the time. We are also on Patreon. If you'd like to help us out there, there's a link down below to thrallsmetal.com. Our Patreon link is there. It is also on our channel up in the banner in the bottom right-hand corner. But if you're looking for Thralls Metal stuff, you have to go to thrallsmetal.com. We have t-shirts, both new and old. The old ones are discounted, provided we have your size. And we even have hats too, so if you're looking for any of that stuff, click the link down below.
Tons of stuff coming from Thralls of Metal, as always, whether it be album reviews, discography rankings, states of metal, and a myriad of other things going on. We always have stuff on our plate, and we do it for you guys. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you very much for continuing to tune in and spend your evenings or your afternoons with us, or whatever you do, wherever you are. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys absolutely rule, and that is totally not a ChatGPT saying there.
No, that was all us.
That's from the human heart, not from the robot brains that rule over the planet. No, seriously, though, if we do survive this whole eclipse thing and the demons don't come out of the ground and pull us down to hell, we look forward to making more content and hanging out with you guys. Again, I will be in Philadelphia for the Metal and Beer Fest, so if you see me there, pop on by. Let's talk for a little bit, provided there's not a band playing. And of course, at the end of May, we'll be at MDF, so if you see us there too, also pop by and say hi. But yeah, thank you guys once again for everything, and we will catch you later.